So Juzzy's going to do one of his trip reports this morning, which is going to be epic. We thought we would take this opportunity to talk a little bit about the channel and to say thank you really to everyone that's supporting it and everybody that's liking and commenting, subscribing. We've got 500 odd subscribers plus videos that are topping out at 3,000 views for a channel that's got 12 videos. That's pretty good. So thanks to everybody for supporting it. What we've got coming up, we're in talks with some new guests, and we've got some good ideas for some upcoming videos. We might even try and start putting a full-on documentary together, which will be awesome. But we've got some good guests coming up, we've got some good ideas. We're going to start shooting some sort of really creative narrative stuff as well with friends of ours, etc. So thanks for all the support, and we'll keep the videos coming.
The towers that you built in vain, the fires will rise and it's gonna bring them down. Bring them down. Bring them down.
Welcome to Dreaming Jaguars, episode 12. Hopefully Paul has got the frame rate right on the camera this time, because this is the third time we've done it. I'm going to relay to you my DMT experience. There was a breakthrough. I was comfortable about going in this time because the amount was relatively small. But anyway, yeah, so I did what I had to do, laid back on the sofa, and instantly I kind of went through the geometrics. I was into this place where, rather than them coming at me this way, they were going up. There was lots of earthy colours, and it was triangular. It was going up above me that way, so all the colours were like rising up above, which kind of made me feel like I was in a teepee. Yeah, like I said, we'd put on some Native American flute music to lead me in and give me some ease and comfort as I went into that space. So I kind of figured out that, or I thought at that time, once I'd gone straight in, that I was in a teepee. The earthy colours and the geometrics that were going up, they were all part of this teepee. And at that point, a young Native American girl kind of came in. She was quite startled to see me in this place, but instantly recognised me, looked at me and started trying to give me some information. She had like a feathered headdress coming off there, and she had eyes in the palms of her hands, and she came up to me, and I kind of got the feeling like she was expecting me to be there, but not at that time. And she started trying to talk to me or communicate with me. But the way she was communicating was not with words, it was just like music or notes coming from her mouth, or like do, re, mi, fa, that kind of way of singing. And she was coming up to me, and she was open palms with the eyes, singing this information at me, so trying to communicate with me. And I'm kind of looking at her and I'm thinking, like, what are you trying to tell me? Because there was no understanding of what this language was or what it was, the information. There was no understanding of it. It was just music. So she obviously had something to tell me, and because I couldn't understand, she left. Then an older Native American guy came in, big feathered headdress, same thing, eyes on his hands, palm of his hands there, and he's come up to me, and he's singing as well, or he's trying to offer in this information, but it's music. Duat is something that I kind of picked up on, but still I'm not getting any understanding of what it is. he's carried on singing at me for a bit, and he's got a bit frustrated and a little bit like anxious about why I'm not understanding, and he has left. And then an older Native American woman came in, same thing, feathered headdress. She kind of reminded me more of the tree mother or whatever it was in Pocahontas. Big puffy face, if I remember rightly. She's done the same thing. She's come up, she's singing. Then they're all in there and they're all dancing around me and they're all singing, and I'm kind of getting this understanding that this place that I was in, this teepee, or they kind of knew I was going to be here. They knew I was going to come to this place, and there was some information that they definitely had to give me. I think at this point, a realisation came to me that this place had been predefined for me to come into, but also there was another realisation that they weren't actually Native Americans at all. They were more alien creatures or entities, but they looked like the species from the film The Species. So their feathered headdresses, what I thought were feathered headdresses, were actually part of their body, like tentacle things that were coming off the back of their heads, and they were more mechanical than, than flesh, mechanoid. And but still, they were, they still had the eyes in the palms of their hands, and they're still trying to sing to me. I kind of got a bit startled, if you like, because it felt like, they'd been trying to give me this information for such a long time, and I'd been there for ages, and they were becoming frustrated with me because I couldn't understand them. So I forced myself. I said, I've got to go. I've got to come out of this. And I became a little bit concerned with the person I'd left, or the person, I'd left back in the room, and they'd never seen or been with anyone who'd done what I'd done. So I was a little bit concerned that I'd been away so long that they might now start to be concerned. So I forced myself to come out, open up my eyes, and I said, tried to say, how long's it been? And to which I heard back, 3 minutes. And I was like, what? How can that have been 3 minutes? That's ridiculous. So I laid back down. The instant I went back down, they were there still. Shut my eyes. The instant I did that, they were there still, and they're still trying to give me this song information, whatever it is, splurting out of their mouths, dancing around me. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying to me, so I've had enough. I'm gonna go. And they were kind of like, they didn't want me to go. They become even more frustrated. So I forced myself to kind of sit up and open my eyes. And when I did that, even though I had my eyes open, those entities were still kind of around. They were still there. When I opened my eyes, when I came back up into this room, I could see the person I was with. The whole room obviously didn't look like the room, but I knew I was in the room. But the entities were still there. They had some sort of presence there, and I figured out it was the music, the flute music, the Native American flute music. It was giving them some sort of lead into our reality, this reality. So I said, turn the music off. We turned the music off, and I thought, all right, it'll be okay now. And I shut my eyes again, but they were still there. They were still there trying to give me this stuff, and they were becoming more and more frustrated. It was like, we've got to give you this information, and I'm just like, well, I don't understand you, so I'm not having it. And as kind of the music had gone, now that power, that link now started to fade away, so they kind of just gave up and drifted off. And I came out of that session, and eventually after it properly wore off and I came into my clammy, fleshy body, which I never liked doing once I've been to that place, once I've been out of it, I became a little bit annoyed with myself. I was annoyed with the fact that I hadn't wanted to be there, that I couldn't understand what they were trying to tell me. And yeah, and I suppose there was a bit of grief there. There could have been some information. So if we look at what happened there was this, if you take what Andrew Gallimore says about familiarity, how the brain will perceive stuff, you know, because of the music, the intent of that music had given me this understanding that these entities were Native Americans, which would be quite comfortable for my brain to perceive. But at some point it changed and I realised they weren't, and they were like these species type creatures, if in fact they were, because that could have come from watching the movie Species years ago. So I see how that theory that Andrew's talking about there worked in my brain, how I was trying to identify something but with something that I had already knew, or something that I already understood. However, those people who are talking about going under for that amount of time to be able to communicate with these entities, good luck to them. I certainly wouldn't want to spend any more than that amount of time in a place like that. I'll leave the communicating with the entities up to those people who want to do that properly. Anyway, that was my report. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a little bit strange for me. There was definite identification with these creatures or these entities, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button. Come back, leave some comments. Always love to hear your comments. And I will leave the outro to Paul.
Juzzy's report, that was awesome as always. I said to a few people that we would give them a shout on the channel, so I'm going to give a shout out to the DMT Times crew. That's DMT Times, check out their website. They've given us a lot of support, put us on their website, etc. Great couple of people. We're going to meet up with them at some point in the future. So yeah, they're really good guys. Check out their website, DMT Times. Also a shout out to Mr. Voot, now a good mate of ours. We're doing some stuff with him again soon. And Mr. Dick Kahn, the author of DMT and My Occult Mind. We are going to meet up with him. He's just got a book coming out, second book coming out. So keep your eye out for that. And yeah, leave your comments, and we will be back soon. See ya.